Alright guys, welcome back to Underdog Painting. So in this video is a little bit different. So the image you see now is from Crazy Dwarf Miniatures. Now they have sent me over some amazing sculpts, I personally think anyway. Let's go check them out. So you're going to see some images here now. These are from Wild Mesh. And they are just amazing. So the first one you saw there was like a Chaos Hellbrute. You got a 5-man squad of Possessed and a 10-man squad of Khorne Berserkers. Now Khorne Berserkers, in my opinion, Games Workshop needs to do an update on them, and these are going in the right direction. So very easy to put together. The legs are one piece, the torso is one piece, and then you can just position the arms and stuff like that. So what I'm doing here anyway, I've just built them all. These are all resin pieces. I've just built them all, put them on some old bases that I had. Decided I didn't want to do like the industrial bases, so all I did was just put some base and material down over the top, and that kind of blended the base and all the stuff in together. I'll be completely honest with you guys, I don't think I've worked with much resin, but these are just really cool. Loads of detail, very crisp, you know, can't fault them at all in my opinion. This Hellbrute is a bit weighty, but I kind of like that anyway. Just don't drop it on your foot like I did, because the spike will stick in your foot and it will hurt. But Khorne doesn't care where the blood flows from. So yes, like I say, all I'm doing is just putting some basic material down. Once this is sprayed up, it all blends in all nice. And what I'm going to attempt to do with this is dry brush this full, shall we call it a patrol box? That's what it's kind of like anyway. Yeah, I'm going to try and dry brush the full thing and see if I can paint it that way. There will be a few little things in there that I can't do, i.e. trim, because we all know that trim is notorious with Khorne Berserkers and stuff like that. So this is the is one of the Possessed, which is pretty cool. Now if you put this up against a Primaris, about the same size, if not a little bit bigger, but very cool. You got some, like, I don't know, just massive talons there. You got, you know, bent poses and all this type of stuff. Looks very cool. If you do go onto his Etsy store, they have different options that you can get for all these. So I've got some Khorne Berserkers there, and they're just like double, like axe and chainsaws. You can get them with bolt guns and pistols and stuff like that. But Khorne, you need to have them up close and personal so they can rip and tear into the opponent. Right, so let's get on to painting one of these. So basically spray the full model in a black spray, and then just did quite a heavy dry brush of Khorne red, as you would do, seeing as though these are Khorne Berserkers. So yeah, so kind of like an overbrush really. It's not really a dry brush, I'm just using a dry brush to do it. And we're not bothered either if we leave literally dark patches in all the creases, because that's going to act like a shadow basically. So yeah, so we'll basically just dry brushing that with Khorne red. So as you can see as well, these are like the old Khorne Berserkers, and they do need updating. So that's the recent ones, and then before that, that's what they used to look like. And if anything, I think these ones look better than our newish ones. But these ones that I've got that are from Crazy Dwarf Miniatures are just, in my opinion, really nice. They just have all the dynamics, the poses, everything is just really nice. So yeah, so what we're doing now is just getting a bit more of the Mephiston reds, and we're just dry brushing that over some of the high points and stuff, just trying to give the armour a little bit of visual niceness. Is that the word? I don't know. But yeah, so we're just stippling and dry brushing and stuff. So we do Mephiston red, and then we do Wild Rider red just on the very extremities of it. Once we've done all the red as well, we now wash the model with some Chuchi Violet. Now I just thought this might, make the model lift a little bit more, and in hindsight I don't think it does, but it's just another colour that you can put on it. So yeah, just wash all of the red armour with Chuchi Violet. And here's some footage of me pitting all of the other models in the little box set that was sent over. Loads of people have asked me, Barry, when you do a painting tutorial, do you paint the full squad at the same time? Well, the answer is yes. Doing that, basically. So yeah, loads of dry brushing involved. Like I say, I'm trying to paint all this with just dry brushing. Will it work? I don't know, but we'll have a look. We'll have a go. Oh my god, there is so much dry brushing. So I've literally just said, oh my god, how much dry brushing is there on these models? Well, guess what? Oh my god, how much trim is there to paint on Khorne Berserkers, or Chaos in general, really. So yeah, luckily though, all the trim on these are quite pronounced, so you can just use a side of your brush and you will catch all of the trim. But like I say, it's quite therapeutic actually when you do it. So if you've got a few hours to spare and you just want to sit and do a little bit of painting, paint your trim. So we get a bit of Retributor armour. Is it Retributor Gold even? That'll do. And we just paint all the trim. Just take about 2 coats, I think, really. But if you're just going to do one, that's fine as well, because we are going to go back over it after a wash anyway. So either way, it's going to get 2 coats, regardless of if you do it now or later. And here's one I did earlier, like they used to say on Blue Peter. But yeah, that's all the gold trim done on all the models now, so we're just going to work on the skin. So the Khorne Berserkers are just going to have human skin, so Bugman's flesh, Bugman's glow even, sorry. That's just going to be painted on the faces, the exposed arms. They do have like weird hair on the top, so that's the rest of the squad there, all getting painted up. So once all the squad gets base coated with the Bugman's glow, it then gets a wash of Agrax Earthshade. My Ryclone Flesh Shade, for some reason, does go a bit glossy, so I tend not to use it, regardless of how much I shake it or do whatever, so I think it's knackered, I need to get some more. So Agrax Earthshade just all over. Water it down a little bit so it's not too stark, and then once you've done that, go over with Cadian Flesh Tone. But not all over the skin, if that makes sense. You want to leave a bit of the Bugman's glow and the Agrax Earthshade kind of shown, so it gives a nice little blend, and obviously it'll make the definitions of the muscles stand out a little bit more. But just take your time, and yeah, you should have a good looking squad. So that is pretty much the Khorne Berserkers done. Now what we're going to do is move over to the Possess. Now these models are amazing, so let's go take a look. So what we're doing, just getting a bit of Kantar blue, and we're just going to paint all the skin with Kantar blue basically. I find it really easy to blend and dry brush and all that type of stuff with blue, so that was just the colour I've gone for. And I think blue and red just make each other pop, because you got the dark red of the armour, and then this blue skin is going to get brighter as we go along. So once you've base coated all of the skin and washed it with, I've chosen Null and Oil. You can choose obviously just whatever wash you want to do. We go back over, but this time with Araman Blue. And then what we're doing is we just make sure it's watered down, maybe 3 parts water, 1 part paint, and we're just going to paint the raised areas and try and feather them out as well, just so it gives a nice little transition, so they're not just blocked shapes that we're painting in. You want to kind of give it some type of blendingness, is that the I don't know, just blend it together. And we're just going to do the same for the Hellbrute as well. So again, this has got quite a lot of skin, obviously his arms exposed, round his head or on the front of the model there, that's pretty much all exposed, weird, possessed skin as well. One of his legs is a massive muscly leg, and the other one is metal, so again, just loads and loads of detail on these models. So once you've done that, what we're doing is getting a bit of Temple Guard Blue, and we're just going to go all over Possessed and the Hellbrute model as well, and just dry brush that skin. So what this is going to do is just blend all the blues together and give it a nice demonic look. I think as well that the light or bright blue, turquoisey colour will work really well against the red armour. And that is pretty much it all done. All the dry brushing and stuff. All you got to do now is just pick out some little details with lead belcher, some metal parts on the backpack and the exhausts and stuff like that, and we are good to go.
That's the wrong dice, I'm dead.
So once you've dry brushed the base, they are all done. So the Hellbrute looks really cool. Again, I would just like to thank Crazy Dwarf Miniatures for sending me out these models to review and paint up and all that jazz. And wow, what can I say, it looks really cool. So these Possessed as well, I just think that blue skin, and it's so much detail in that skin as well, loads of texture and stuff, so you know you can go mad with them. I just wanted to do a dry brush exercise on this, and here is the Khorne Bazerkers. So guys, let me know what you think about them in the comments below. I will see you all later, and don't forget to subscribe. Alright guys, ciao for now.